7 inches, number 23, Robert Covington. At the center position, standing 6'11", number 27, Yusuf Nurkic. The other forward position, at 6'3", number 24, Norman Powell. At the shooting guard position, at 6'3", number 3, CJ McCollum. At 6'3" from Weber State, wearing number 0, the head coach for your home team is Terry Stotts. Once again, your Portland Trailblazers.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. CJ McCollum has talked about the bond between the city of Portland and the Blazers team. He said the connection comes in part because we're isolated in the Pacific Northwest, far from the rest of the world. Basketball is the only major sport, so the city's poured its heart and soul into this team. Well, Blazer fandom has certainly been part of Rip City's DNA for a very long time. Kevin?
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Dylan Brooks out there with Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Home in the paint. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Here's Lillard. Pass to McCollum. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
Anderson finds Morant. Yes, that goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Powell. He's coming off a 13-point game against Memphis. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by McCollum.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Count it, good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Grizzlies. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. McCollum against Brooks. Kicks it out to Lillard. Passes it to Powell. 4 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Morant outside. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
They've come out the locker room his eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Powell kicks to Lillard. Back to Powell. The pass to McCollum from the arc. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Grizzlies have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And judging Morant's game early on, I've heard a few people with Allen Iverson comparisons.
Well, put me in that number as well. That's going to be tough to fill up, but it just means he has the potential, the quickness, the athletic ability, the IQ, the handles. They're both lightning fast, slight builds, both tough. And you see the explosive ability to get to the rim and finish. I'm going to ask my boy AI what he thinks about the young Ja.
Portland trailing here. Powell, the pass to Lillard. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Anderson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
Look, he's looking more active there. When Kyle Anderson forces the issue, it makes the defense get aggressive.
And he makes the first.
The multi-talented Anderson, he's awesome, man. He's an awesome glue guy, if you ask me. Someone who scores, rebounds, passes, defends, name it. He does it.
And both free throws good for Anderson. Trailblazers trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
2 shots.
Free throw good, McCollum.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. Especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Anderson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
So good at keeping his balance. Anderson doesn't let aggressive defense get to him.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
From deep, Brooks. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Powell with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Now here's Brooks. Rebound by Nurkic.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Knocked loose and out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Here's Valanciunas. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Covington passes to McCollum. Over Brooks. McCollum, no good. Memphis leading. Down low. And it's Brooks. That time on the assist by Allen.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McCollum outside. Pass to Powell. Three-pointer. No good on the shot. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And a lot of it is moving without the ball. When you do that, things tend to open up.
Lillard against Morant. It's Allen on the wing. The teardrop falls in.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
And here's McCollum. He's coming off a 22-point game against Memphis.
Yeah, his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
And here's Morant after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Morant scanning the floor. It's Allen on the wing. For the three, it's good from long range. Allen's got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
And the basket by McCollum.
I think McCollum's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
So timeout called here. But first for Memphis. Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, you know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now here's McCollum, following the miss by Jaren Jackson. McCollum passes to Anthony. Kanter trying to free himself up. And Anthony gets it to go. Anthony's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers. Now here's Jones. D right on him to the paint. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
The Grizzlies have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
Here's Simons. Now Kanter. He feeds it to Anthony. And the layup's good off the glass.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Jones. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Here's Cantor.
A beast defensively. Clark's reach and high motor is what makes him effective at blocking shots.
Let's take a look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. These guys have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. Fourth, and it's Cantor.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effectively.
No good on that one.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents, and I think his teammates like that.
And he's good on the second. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Pass to Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And here we can check out the score for Damian Lillard.
And guys, he's regressed a little bit offensively. He hasn't been the same this month as he was earlier in the season. He's lacking the edge that he had, and he needs to change his mindset. Stop sitting back and get into attack mode.
Now here's McCollum. 6 points for him. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And so it's Memphis with it. Jones, the pass to Jackson. Back to Jones. Right side Jackson. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And despite that funky delivery, Jackson Jr. has become one of the more lethal three-point shooters in this league, no matter the position.
And give his father a lot of credit. He and his mom, it's in his DNA. I played with his father in Washington, and he was a knockdown, deadly shooter, a champion with the Spurs as well. Now, as far as Jackson Jr., he's already shooting around 40% from beyond the arc. That's an incredible number for a player his age. It makes the Grizzlies very difficult to match up with defensively.
McCollum against Jones. Six on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Melton. Rebounded by Anthony.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. McCollum's got 9.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McCollum, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Pass to Melton. Now here's Jackson, covered by Anthony. Jackson misses. Portland leading. Here's Anthony. He has 6. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. And it's off the back rim, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Melton. 54 seconds left here in the opening quarter.
And though he's very active at the offensive end, Melton probably makes his biggest impact defensively.
I agree, Jay. He works hard, shows good instincts, reads the passing lanes very well. He's also disruptive with his speed, his length, and I like that he can play physical. He can get you out of your rhythm.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Cantor, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
You're dealing with a lot when you're guarding Cantor. Big frame, good moves, good feet, good finisher, and doesn't mind the physical battles.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
What's up?
That's good from Cantor. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. Jones dishes to Jackson. Back to Jones. To the middle. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Jones. Jones has got 3 assists in the game. McCollum with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. Tries from 10. The putback. It's good on the putback.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Jones looking for an opening. Here's Jackson. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still as competitive as they come. Here's what he had to say.
I don't fear nobody. And, you know, if somebody going to come after me, I'm going to be right here for it. And, you know, he's the ultimate example of that, somebody that's going to come for your lunch. And that's just what it is. I'm always ready for the challenge.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Trailblazers, Derek Jones is out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. He misses the free throw. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to lose.
It's a solid blueprint. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Now, John Morant says in an era of five-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has beneath no one tattooed on his arm. And he says, my dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment. Guys, his time is now.
Sure is, DA. Thank you. that one falls for Jackson. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Brooks checked in for the Grizzlies. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard looking around. Now the pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Melton. Jackson with it. There's the dish to Jones. Here's the teardrop. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Melton, good on the three-point shot. Melton's got 5.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And another 3 for Portland.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Brooks, the pass to Jones. Back to Brooks. Fires the 3. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, man, a tough shot maker with deep range. I mean, what an answer from Brooks.
Now here's Jones. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lillard attacking. On the basket by Jones. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Jones, the pass to Brooks. Keeps it alive. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Hits the three-point bomb.
He's got 6 points from beyond the arc in this quarter. I mean, for the game, he's got 9 points from deep.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
He's running wild. They had to call a timeout just to take away at least some of his momentum.
So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. And it's Powell in for Anthony Simons. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Kyle Anderson comes in for Clark. Allen's checked in for Milton. And it's John Morant in for Tyus Jones.
Reliable at executing in screen and rolls. Valanciunas, he excels at taking what he sees in these sets.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. From outside, off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Brooks from outside. Missing that scoring opportunity, having a bad 3 for 9 shooting night. Pass to Powell. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Anthony kicks to Powell. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Now here's Morant. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Powell inside. Defended by Allen. The shot by Powell, no good.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Allen passes to Morant. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. From deep three-point range, the Grizzlies pull it in. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Trailblazers and came away with the win.
A really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, and without all the points they got off the bench, I mean, there's no way they could win that game. He was the sixth man to the rescue.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas. Nice D from Brooks.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Morant outside. The three nailed from three-point land. And now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
That's just the communication and the energy. It just seemed non-existent on defense, and that can't happen, not at this level.
Anderson finds Morant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Damian Lillard.
You got to love how attacking Morant is. I mean, he's so excellent at forcing the issue of getting the foul.
And what an incredible shot in the arm for this franchise. The opportunity to draft a potential superstar in Ja Morant, and they had only a 6% chance of landing that number 2 overall pick.
Good from Morant. They've had a lot of good players come through Memphis over the years, GA, but probably no one with Morant's upside.
He has future league MVP potential. Once the three-point shot is consistent, once he cuts back on the turnovers, I just don't know how you stop him.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling, he's going to burn you on every possession.
Morant against Lillard.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
Anthony kicks to Powell. Back to Anthony. Ball's knocked loose. Morant with the steal. Powell against Allen. Brooks outside. Jacks up a 3. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
Passes it to Nurkic. Kicks it to Lillard. With some arc. Anderson with the block.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up, which in turn get his teammates going as well.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Here's Lillard following the score by Memphis. Oh, and the jam by Anthony. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Brooks. He had 25 points last game, and he gets the bucket. Brooks has got 8 points in the quarter.
And his shot, I mean, has come around. I mean, for most of the first quarter, it looked like he might be in for a long night.
Allen outside to the inside. Memphis moving it around. Brooks against Anthony. There's the pass to Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up, and it's Morant missing.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now here's Anthony. 10 points for him. Here's Nurkic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Morant with it. 11 points in the game. Anderson outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
A wildly unpredictable player. Anderson is skilled at drawing the D in and then making them get overly assertive.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots at the game right here. That free throw good from Anderson. McCollum's checked in for Anthony. Both free throws good from Anderson. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Inside. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Allen. Anderson's got 8.
Thanks to Kyle Anderson's size advantage over most of his matchups, he's an effective interior scoring option.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Morant outside. Here's Valanciunas. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, falling in love with the jumper.
Anderson kicks to Morant. Valanciunas against Lillard. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which teams have the most buckets in transition since the All-Star break. Second, the Grizzlies.
You know, as the season wears on, the team that can stay fresh can take advantage. They continue to get out and run, and teams are struggling to keep up.
Now, here's Nurkic. 26 points for him last game against Memphis.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the Bulls. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
They are just killing them on the interior.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Memphis also making some changes. Jaren Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. That free throw good from Allen.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Simons, the pass to Powell. Pass to Simons. Oh, McCollum in position. Lays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
Love the offensive game of McCollum. He can score from anywhere on the court.
1:16 left in the first half. Bain, guarded by Powell. Bain. And again, Memphis no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Cantor, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got 9.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
McCollum against Jones. Pass to Valanciunas. Puts it up from 15. Misses off the right iron. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now here's Powell. He's got 7. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Jonas Valanciunas. This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And the Grizzlies making a change here. That one drops. He ties it up. Memphis has gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Takes a 3. Here's Melton. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Melton's got 5 points now this quarter. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Grizzlies out in front, up by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Carmelo, first half in the books. What do you need to focus on in the second half to get this win?
Well, just communication and trusting one another. When somebody get beat, the next guy got his back, and we're just trying to get up and down, get going somewhere, somehow. For the most part, we did pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the defensive end. Make some shots and we'll be fine.
Well, thanks for your time, Carmelo. We'll see you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And by just a fraction, they got the better of the action in the second quarter. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Well, they're doing a great job of pushing the action and getting to the foul line. They aren't just pulling up for uncontested shots. They're making the defense react to them. In transition, on the dribble, and with those quick cuts, they're in attack mode. That's dangerous. To beat them, you need to force them to play more defensively.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and they helped keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Portland's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. Morant now in at the guard spots. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Anderson. And it's Brooks in at the small forward. That gives them the lead. McCollum's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Trailblazers. Morant with it. Lillard picks him up. Charity stripe shot. And the rebound by Nurkic.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant, the bounce pass. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Back to Brooks. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Valanciunas has got 8.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
It's Powell on the wing. Defended by Allen. Passes it to Covington. Clock at 6. Portland moving the ball around. Took the opportunity when he saw it. He's got 14.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Morant outside. The pass to Brooks. Shoots over Powell. Brooks misses.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Now here's Powell. He's got 14. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a moment now to see the stats for Anderson. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 14th in steals, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake. And the first one drops. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here is Brooks. 12 points for him. The shot. Again, the miss by Brooks.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Free throw drops for Covington. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Well, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year. 4th, Damian Lillard.
Well, if these guys can get to the line, there's not much question what the outcome's going to be. So it sort of prevents the D from being as aggressive as they'd like to be against them.
Yeah, as a defender, you got to avoid being too active with your hands around these guys. I mean, don't commit any cheap fouls.
That's good from Morant.
And what really separates Morant? The intangibles. He has a great camaraderie with his teammates already.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And Portland has possession. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on a 13-4 run. Lillard with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Yep, it counts. Covington's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, the results are clear as day. Great approach coming into the third quarter. We'll see if they can keep it up.
Now here's Morant. 13 points in the game. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The shot by Powell, no good. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Anderson right side. Morant against Lillard. And it's Morant missing. Here's McCollum. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Well, McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels in leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Valanciunas in the high post. Working on Nurkic. Floats one up. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Morant.
That's just great touch. The teardrop, well, that's all about feel.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Here's Lillard. Anderson with the block. On the wing, Brooks. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brooks has got 14 points.
Inside, Brooks goes all out, willing to fight hard to get to his shot.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. Pass to Covington. Fires from deep. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Covington's got 8 points in the quarter.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
Morant finds Valanciunas. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Morant.
Oh, it's been all about Ja tonight. I mean, he can score in many different ways.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 19. They double-team McCollum. Morant with the steal. Here's Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Oh, this is just being a good teammate. I mean, Morant making sure to whip the ball over to his open man.
McCollum against Brooks. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and Anthony subbed in for Powell. And Memphis also making a switch. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Allen. And a wide-open look for McCollum. Again, McCollum missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's McCollum. Drills the elbow jumper. McCollum's got 21.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Valanciunas with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
Oh, man, I love watching Valanciunas score the ball. He makes it look so easy, and he makes the defense feel uneasy out there.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas.
Whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Valanciunas is a nice piece to have. He's a big man who's a nightly double-double threat.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for McCollum. He's perfect from the line this time.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Simons, the pass to Lillard. Lets it go from the wing. The offensive rebound. Jones kicks to Cantor. Kicks it out to Jones. 6 to shoot. That's a 2 from Lillard. That one misses. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside, Jones. Pass to Valanciunas. Here's Clark, and it's sent back by Lillard. Feeds to Carmelo. Some solid defense from Clark.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Count that one.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Trailblazers have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. Back to Lillard. Shoots it. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Lillard's got 21.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on those.
Passes to Melton. To the middle. Kicks it out to Jones. Ring shot on the way. And that's good for 2. Jones has got his second basket. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. A 2-point game. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Melton passes to Clark. Shoots over Cantor. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Portland's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And Anthony gets it to go.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Now here's Jones. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Bain. And stolen by Lillard. Outside, Jones. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And there's the pass to Melton. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Oh, he uses his physical tools to the fullest when attacking the defense. That's a heads-up play by Valanciunas.
Simons surveying the D. Cantor dishes to Lillard. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Cantor. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cantor's got 11 points.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Looking now at some numbers for Damian Lillard. This past month, he's really set himself apart, averaging about 23 points per, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 8. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
A moment now to see the numbers for Cantor. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them. Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lillard outside. Lets it go from deep. Connects from three-point range. And the Trailblazers lead by 5.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Covington against Brooks. Pass to Melton. Now Jackson. 5 to shoot. Over Lillard. High quality look, and he sinks it. Jackson's got 10 points in the game.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double-teamed. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. Off target from three-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Melton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. 1:12 left to play in the third. Lillard outside. From deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Adding to his three-point total on the night. He had 3 in the first half. Now he's got his first one here in the second.
Outside, Jones. He kicks it to Jackson. Melton passes to Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Brooks, that's a 2-pointer. And another miss by Memphis.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
For Portland, they have been getting it done at the line. 10 for 12.
At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. And Portland making a change here. Powell's checked in. And the second free throw, good. There's 31 seconds left in the third. Brooks against Powell. Now here's Brooks. He's guarded close.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
Kept alive. Here's Powell. The shot from the low post is good. Powell's got 9 points now in the quarter.
No basket feels better than a putback. Love getting rewarded for grinding it out on the glass.
Jones for three, and the last second attempt does not go in for him.
It's great to see Leonard working on his defense. A part of his game that he's going to tighten up on.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We come back right after this. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
You got to be strong with the ball. They're going to hit it, not try and knock it out. Once we get it, we got to push it, all right?
Well, he's stressing, obviously, how important it is, Greg, to take care of the ball.
Yeah, you can't be careless with it around this group. He knows the importance of taking care of the basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Powell against Brooks. Fader on the way. Damian Lillard pulls it in. Lillard's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He's been cold, and it's been hurting him. The D, I mean, was ready for him. He hasn't been able to solve it.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Shooting for Portland, CJ McCollum. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. And Memphis also making a switch. Anderson's checked in. And so McCollum nails both of them. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Down by 12. And the dunk by Jackson.
That is why Morant was second overall in 2019. Ja's ability to move the ball creates hoops for others.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Jackson. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead early. Passes it to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
The closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
Jackson passes to Brooks. That one goes. Count it. 16 points for Brooks.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
And the pass to Nurkic. And Lillard gets double teamed. Knocked away. Stolen by Anderson. All alone and finished off by Anderson.
Oh, he's a strong, crafty defender. Anderson, he just knows when to jump on these opportunities.
Now Lillard. The three. Grizzlies with the rebound. Anderson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Out to Morant. A floater. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
It shows great imagination offensively. Morant has so many tricks up his sleeve.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. McCollum against Brooks. McCollum dishes to Nurkic.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
The first one falls.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Allen's checked in. He's off on the second.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
I mean, anyone can tell they've ramped up the intensity. I mean, they're more assertive, and especially at the offensive.
Here's Nurkic. Covington trying to break free. Portland again missing. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Here's Allen. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
Valanciunas, who's checked in for Jackson. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Terry Stotts just went over his game plan with his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
The length of Covington, it makes him a difficult guy to guard. Skilled at picking up contact.
At the line for Trailblazers, Robert Covington. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
He hits both from the stripe. And Morant's got the ball here for Memphis. Brooks outside. Morant finds Anderson. Now Allen. Pass to Valanciunas. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Finished off by the big man. A 7-footer like Valanciunas should be operating near the hoop.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Allen passes to Valanciunas. Back to Allen. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. 16 points for Allen.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
To the inside. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist from Covington.
It's easy to appreciate Lillard. Fantastic at powering through the D and nailing the shots.
Valanciunas, good. Valanciunas has got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Here's Lillard. Chalk up 2 there. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up.
Lillard against Morant. And they pick up 2.
Well, this is what Morant is out here to do. I mean, he's someone that takes pride in his ability to get buckets.
Powell inside. Defended by Allen. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Outside, Covington. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Anderson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Covington against Brooks. Covington with the steal. A 3 from McCollum. A 3-pointer is right on target. McCollum's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, I think it's fair to say we can add this to the list of huge games McCollum's had in his career. I mean, one crisp bucket after another tonight.
Nurkic with the block. Trailblazers leading by 3. This one for 3, and another 3 for Portland.
Drills his 3rd 3 of the half. I mean, that's 15 points from long range for him.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing them from long range.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. He dishes it to Brooks. A second chance effort, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Memphis moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Morant bats for 2.
And pressing a bit here, down in the game, trying to use the 3-point shot to get back into it, and instead it's led to a lot of empty possessions this half. No question he got bumped on that shot.
At the line for your Trailblazers, Robert Covington. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And both free throws good for Covington. The Grizzlies trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's in there.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Lillard against Morant. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Pass to Nurkic. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas is... Anderson in the post. Covington's there. A nice shot by Anderson.
With the long frame and adequate strength. I mean, Anderson, he one-ups the defender on that shot.
Lillard against Morant. And it's good for 2. Lillard's got 9 points now in the quarter.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Now here's Anderson. It counts, and the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
One shot.
McCollum with the ball. Pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And with the game he's having, there's no doubt he'll be the guy they lean on to protect the lead.
Up top, Morant. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Oh, it's huge whenever Valanciunas puts together games like these. I mean, showing how dominant he can be.
The pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Dishes it to Nurkic. Over to the wing. Down low. Here's Covington. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Covington's got 14 points here in the second half. Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Jones checked in for the Grizzlies.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
The free throw drops for Valanciunas. Now here's Covington. McCollum outside. There's the triple. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Brooks. Fires for 3. But they get it back. And Covington sends it back. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Trailblazers leading by 5. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
Let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Here's Nurkic. Here's Simons. Pass to Powell. Here's Simons. Passes it to McCollum. Clock at 6. It's up a 3. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. Brooks outside. Looking to get back on track here. Nurkic with the block.
Oh, this is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooters.
A nice shot by Simons.
Oh, forget about three-pointers. Give me a look from right in tight. I'll take it all day long.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Making a change here. Lillard's checked in. Enzo Brooks will bring it up for the Grizzlies. 7-point differential.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
Drills it from outside. McCollum's got 37.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
Well, as long as they're hitting like this, how can you blame them? They're on a tear.
Brooks misses.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Awful display from him so far. But you know he's going to keep working to try to turn it around.
Now Allen, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. And Covington sends it back. Brooks against McCollum. Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And now a 12-point Trailblazer lead.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Brooks finds Allen. Memphis moving that ball around. Shot clock at 5 to end the run. No good. And it's Portland the other way. 56 seconds left in the game.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Portland.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire, and really put the hammer down.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Damian Lillard.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash over.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. Just a total team effort.
Here's Powell. No good that time. Nice D from Valanciunas. Over in the corner, Allen hits it from three-point range.
This is what the coach likes seeing from Brooks. I mean, making an effort to improve his passing.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carmelo, what did you like best about the win tonight?
We just played hard. We came out here ready to play. We jumped out there quick on the defensive end, and offensively we got it going again. And it was a great team win today, though.
Everybody contributing. Carmelo, thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.